Hello. Wait, mau share link ke TikTok. Bukan TikTok, Twitter. Karena gue gak ngerti maksudnya kalau share ke TikTok tuh gimana. Oke, lanjut. Oke. Ini emang belum ada suaranya ya? Press anything. Kaget. Apa yang gue save temen-temen dong? Salah pencet gak sih ini? Coba. Tapi udah kecil sih volume. Oke, udah. Siapa namanya? Oleander. Kayaknya ini bukan ide yang bagus deh. Kenapa enggak? Tapi kedengarannya lucu. If all of us work, kalau misalkan kita semua kerja bareng, kita pasti bisa ngerjainnya kok. Tapi bukan itu masalahnya. Gue ngeri kalau misalkan orang ini tuh kayak overdo gitu. Like chorus. Namanya gak keren-keren, Cok. Maksudnya gimana? Ya, kayak kalau lo ngurusin programming, pasti semuanya tuh urusan lo. Kayak itu semua tuh tanggung jawab lo. Aduh, gue gak paham ya apa nih. Neither Australia atau or I will be able to supervise what code you put in, atau kode apapun yang bakal lo masukin, ntar gue supervisi. Pasti gue gak ngerti nih, bahasanya terlalu ilmiah nih. Australia, namanya mirip-mirip ya sih. Not true, I can keep my hand. After all, my work only starts once it's already built. Whoa, thank you for trusting me. But I don't care either way. Do you have any other idea? Nope, not really. It's hard to think of an assignment that combines all of our fields. Oh, ini kayak dia dari beda-beda jurusan gitu ya? See? It's perfect. You're just glad that you'll have to put in the least amount of effort. Ya, lo cuma tenggat karena misalkan usaha lo tuh yang paling dikit, kerjaan lo paling dikit lah istilahnya. Yeah, that's gotta be it. What? Why do you say that? Karena itu kan emang kenyataan nih. Lo cuma monitorin kebiasaannya dia doang. Yaudah, mungkin emang kerjaan gue gak seberat kalian, karena gue gak harus nge-build si orang ini. Tapi itu gak berarti gue gak bisa ngebantu kalian, gak bisa membantu kalian gitu loh. Maksudnya jadi, apa sih namanya, errand boy bukan office boy. Ya orang yang disuruh-suruh gitu deh, ngebawain kita coffee gitu. Hehe, anything for you. Shut up. But since there's a lack of other good ideas, it seems like I have no choice but to agree on the robot project. Okay, glad to see you came to your senses, Leah. Oh, dia disebutnya Leah. Lee, what about you? Lee, yang kanan Leah. Well, if Mr. Pretentious trusts me, I'll program the robot. What kind of robot are we talking about though? A remote-controlled car? Are you trying to make fun of me? Oh ya, ini kayaknya yang paling alfanya tuh di sini si Lee ya, si Lee, the chorus. Are you trying to make fun of me? What would be the challenge in that? Ini kayak, aduh, sekolah anak pinter, bingung deh. Not to mention, if it was that basic, I'd really have nothing to do. Ya benar juga sih, kalau misalkan robot yang biasa aja, kerjaan gue malah nggak ada. Berarti kita harus ngebuat sesuatu yang brilian banget dong. Ih, semua robot juga brilian. Jadi, kita mau bentuknya kayak gimana? Cewek atau cowok? Gak penting, just make sure, pokoknya pastiin ini tuh nggak hot apa ya hot, yeah, you know that. Masa gua artiin, masa hot diartiin jadi bahasa Indo sih, seksi kali ya. Just make sure it's not that sexy. Kita nggak mau stretchy jadi freak out. Tapi sisi perfectionism gue tuh gak bakal ngebiarin gue untuk ngebuat sesuatu yang jelek. Ya semoga aja kita nggak nemuin stressy slapstick things, maksudnya all over it. Sama robotnya dia nafsu ya. Dude, I don't use slapstick. Stretchy itu di depan Julia tadi. That's the part you're gonna disagree with. How about we make it look like a child? Lebih serem gak sih? That way, robotnya tuh bakal kelihatan lucu. Terus ya, Stretchy bakal bisa ngekontrol dirinya. Thank you lo udah percaya sama gue. Oke, jadi udah fix ya. Pekerjaan tiap orang udah pada paham kan apa aja? Of course. Gue ngebuat cute robot, terus lo jadi mediocre personality-nya yang ngebuat personality-nya, terus Trelicia yang bakal nge-distract kita kalau misalkan dia bosen. I only will just stuck around to show off. Gue cuma datang supaya gue dianggap solid sama lo semua. Kalau misalkan gue nggak ganggu, gue bisa ninggalin lo kok. Ya bagus. Ya kalau gitu gue bisa fokus sama kerjaan gue dan lo jangan ganggu gue dengan musik-musik lo itu ya. As if he's the reason you procrastinate so much. Lo membuat perumpamaan kalau misalkan si dia tuh alasan lo nge-procrastinate padahal lo sendiri yang memakai headphones all the time. Terus kenapa lo bilang stretchy bakal nge-distract lo? Nih kalau misalkan di ruangan ini ada kebakaran, lo juga gak bakal sadar, lo pasti cuma fokus ke buku yang lo baca tuh. Aduh lama ya perdebatan orang pintar ini. Gue gak paham lo lagi ngedukung gue atau lagi ngedis gue sih. So being able to stay focused is a negative trait now. Jadi sekarang kalau kita fokus terhadap satu hal itu hal yang buruk itu. Kalau misalkan lo nge-ignore apapun yang ada di sekitar lo. kita nggak harus ngebuat robot. Kita sebenarnya nggak harus ngebuat robot. Kita bisa yang nyuruh lo ngegunain lo. Hehe, bercanda kok guys. Just call me when the robot is done. By the way, hello yang nonton. Does it work? Is it working? Keren dong. Bisa nggak? Bukan dong, lagi dong nadanya. Please tenang dong, bisa kan? Kan butuh waktu supaya dia bisa nyala dengan sempurna. It's been booting up for several minutes now. Booting tuh apa ya? Kayak reboot ya? Bukan reboot itu, ya kayak itu deh intinya. Kayak ini tuh udah booting udah beberapa lama, udah beberapa menit lamanya. Yakin lo gak mess up, gak ngakacauin si robot ini. Gimana bisa gue ngakacauin, ha? Coding lo kali yang salah, yang gagal. Oke, pintar orang pintar. Lo gak tahu kan betapa susahnya nge-coding AI? Meanwhile, you're just screwing some metal together and you think you're a genius or something. OMG, perdebatan anak IT dengan anak teknik pasti. Ini kayak gue teknik elektro. Terus kayak yang tadi yang tentang behavioral antara anak sosiologi atau anak komun. Fix banget. I'd love to see you screw some metal together if you think it's that easy. Oh, ceritanya gue ini jadi robot, kata Strelix. Guys, lihat deh, mata robotnya kebuka. See, bener kan? Gue bilang apa? Ini cuma butuh waktu doang supaya dia bisa nyala. Ya, udah amat deh. Lucu banget. So, kenapa dia nggak ngapa-ngapain? Well, bukan salah gue kalau misalkan dia nggak bisa ngapa-ngapain. The hardware for talking is building. Bisa. Terus maksud lo, gue gitu yang salah ngeprograminnya? Enggak, aku cuma simply applied it. Hey little guy, ngomong sesuatu dong. Something. Lo ngeprogram robot ini dengan selera humor yang rendah. Oh, by quoting names will be big comedy or what? What is memes? Memes itu apa? OMG, I'm gonna teach you what memes are. It cannot be found in the data bank. Great. You already corrupted. Kebanyakan ya datanya. Requesting permission to research memes. Permission denied. Kenapa? Tapi biarin aja dia tahu tentang memes. Will the little guy ask for permission whenever it wants to learn something? Nggak tahu. Not exactly. It will only ask for permission when looking up stuff online. Oh, okay. Jadi si robotnya cuma akan nanya untuk izin, semacam izin, bakal izin ke mereka, salah satu di antara mereka bertiga kalau misalkan pengen nge-search something online. Apapun yang dia pelajarin pertama kali bakal auto ke-save. Keren juga ya, gue mau sih. Kayak dari SMA gue belajar Mandarin sampai sekarang kagak ada yang masuk otak gue. I see. What a clever little guy. By the way, doesn't it feel kind of wrong to call it nothing but it? It should respond to anything as long as it can sense that you're addressing it. Kita tuh harus ngasih dia nama yang proper. What about Boy? Nah, gak boleh. sideboard. Double rejected. Well, I don't exactly see you guys thinking up any ideas. Maybe we could call it don't go there. Ini dia bakal ngomong lelet deh. Okay, that's fair. So, what on earth made you think that would be an appropriate suggestion? That implies that he's capable of thought. And since you're so capable, I'm sure you have thought up a name by now. Okay, agak demanding ya si licorice ini. Sebenarnya aku udah mikirin sih. Oh, itu apa? No, I'm meaning to mine. Hey, you sure? Yes. That's pretty cute, I like it. Thank you! I appreciate that you saying my name is cute. I don't have any objection. What do you think, Phil? Phil will answer to whatever name you see fit. Tulisan efek keren deh. Kayak di terus Z. Except Roboy. Dia menolak keras Roboy. That settles it. Both its name and the question of whether or not Licorice's project his personality into it. Lebih baik ini gue daripada gue. Commit primarily, call sign to fail. That's how you do it, right? Call sign commit as per strategy specification. Strategy itu ini ya, yang kuning. Oh, strategy itu ini, bukan ya? Lupa deh. Oh ya, strategy yang ini deh. Lupa. Oh sweet, can they identify us? Yeah, I figured it would be great if some random one dropped in and sabotage our project. Oh, strategi yang ini deh. Ini yang oleo itu. Yang sih? Yeah, I forgot sih. It can recognize us. Recognize. Lupa. It can recognize us by voice, distinguish us by appearance, and will only follow our orders. Oke, jadi si robot itu ngenalin suara mereka bertiga, tahu looks mereka bertiga, dan only nurut sama mereka bertiga. Jadi bakal kalau auto-save di robotnya kalau mereka bertiga ini penciptanya kreatornya keren kan? Yeah, let's see how quickly we can break your code. Phil, who I am? Iya. Oh ya benar, strategi itu yang baju oranye. Iya. I half expected to insult him. What do you take me for? Since we will be presenting the change log with the paper, I decided to keep the nicknames appropriate. Okay. Oh jadi karena nama mereka aslinya kepanjangan, jadinya tuh si licorice ini tuh nge-setting nama panggilannya mereka doang untuk di autosave si robot ini biar nggak kepanjangan dan nggak keributan. Kalau bikin decision itu sendirian sih, gimana kalau gue pengen sebutan yang lain, panggilan yang lain? If you're asking if you can have it call you its dearest, most darling older brother, you could technically do that. Ih, bukan itu yang gue maksud. Hey Phil, use Stradzy's secret nickname. Huh? That is the worst. Phil, delete that word from your database. Honey-chan has been deleted. I don't feel so good. You guys are no fun. Ayo dong, ini kan project kampus. Kita harus keep it professional. Okay. Yeah, that's why you gave it those weird ones. They were supposed to look cute. Fear detects a tense atmosphere. Gimana sih supaya suaranya cute? Fear detects a tense atmosphere. Gak bisa gue lupakan deh. Should Phil play some music to help lighten up the mood? Licorice. Dari tadi gue bacanya licorice. Licorice, what did you add to the feature? For some calm tunes while we work, do you have a problem with it? Phil, play Old Town Road. Old Town Road could not be found in the live playlist. Please play it. Oh, thank goodness. How about playing some classical music? Very well. Ini nggak skill-liat apa musiknya keluar dari mana, entah dari mulut kayak apa dari mana. Kan lucu kalau bisa dikasih lihat. Stretchy suka nggak? Ini lagu yang Stretchy suka. Yap, benar. Makasih, Phil. Stretchy is welcome. Keren banget gak sih? Sekarang gue ngerasa awkward deh. Phil is trying its best. Besides, you're the one who installed the song. Now that Phil works like we planned, are you ready to run some tests on it? Strelitzia? Kenapa nggak pakai nama nickname aja sih, manggilnya kayak Strelitzia? Gampang, panjang banget namanya Strelitzia. Of course, leave it to me. Okay, akhirnya ke social experiment. I'd rather not to leave it to you, but I don't know anything about dia psychology. Okay, my bad. Karena tadi tebakan gue antara communication atau enggak sociology. Tapi itu kayak combine di psychology juga lah ya. Yeah. I don't have a choice. First she complained, I'm not doing enough, and now this. Jadi si Lee dia ngerasa nggak aman kalau ninggalin robotnya itu ke Stretchy, tapi dia nggak ngerti apa-apa tentang psikologi. Terus kayak si Stretchy-nya bete, kayak lo udah di awal-awal nggak nyuruh gue ngerjain apa-apa, sekarang lo nggak percaya lagi giliran job desk gue sendiri. Udahlah, kayak tinggalin aja si Stretchy sendirian sama si robot sebelum dia ngebuat robot ini ke download obscure music di online. Okay, where to start? Empathy testing, language recognition, Stretchy, or the Turing test maybe. Oh, what is it, Phil? What is Lily? Hah? Lo tahu kata itu dari mana? Lee wanted to call Phil Lily, but Stretchy and Leah attacked it. Jadi Lee pengen ngasih nama saya Lily, tapi kamu sama dia gak ngebolehin. Phil gak merasa kalau itu kata yang negatif, atau data bank Phil harus diupdate. Itu gak penting. Nih, lo nanya banyak banget pertanyaan deh. Phil itu diprogram untuk apa namanya? Untuk learn, what is learning itu? Phil itu diprogram untuk belajar. Jadi queries are the jadi kayak butuh buat pertanyaan untuk efisiensikan method self-initiate knowledge. Ya, pokoknya intinya karena dia itu di program untuk belajar. Jadi emang salah satu query, salah satu apa nih programnya, bukan program, things that she does itu ya asking to one of these guys untuk memperkaya knowledge dia. Kalau misalkan Lily itu sebuah topik yang seharusnya nggak kita obrolin, learning not to ask of it, belajar untuk nggak bertanya tentang Lily itu juga termasuk belajar. William, dia tinggal sama kita sebelum kita ngebuat kamu. Is William his predecessor? Apa sih itu? Gue nggak tahu. Predecessor, nggak tahu. I wouldn't put it that way. Gue nggak mau bilang kayak gitu sih. Older brother? Nggak gitu juga sih. Dia cuma nggak ada di sini aja, nggak ada di sini lagi. As in he vacated the premises. View, pause, playback. Okay. Thank you. Jadi, Lilium dia ceased functioning. Was it not possible to repair him? Jadi Lilium itu human. Jadi nggak bisa di repair ya? I guess it'd be unreasonable for me to assume that Lee programmed you with a concept of mortality. Does feel need to be? I mean, it's kind of necessary in order for you to understand what I'm about to say. What a babysitter I am. It's not even been 10 minutes and I'm already preaching you about that. You see, Fear? People eventually stop existing or people will be taken away from you. Yang atas lah. Masih stop existing. Oh, atas lah. Everyone's life comes to an end sooner or later. Does one know when? Orang-orang tahu nggak kapan dia akan meninggal? Biasanya sih, and mostly, people nggak punya luxury untuk tahu kapan dia akan meninggal. The luxury apa ya? Semacam, adalah intinya bukan luxury yang kemewah gitu. Udah, tapi paham lah. Gue bingung gimana caranya. Gue bingung deh kalau streamer kenapa bisa pada langsung cepet banget nge-translate. Gue mikir dulu lagi. Tapi pas itu udah kejadian, ya udah mau gimana lagi. Lu cuma bisa nge-accept kematian itu, terus ya udah jalanin aja. Loh, apa yang ngebuat semua orang menerima kematian? That's a really tough question. Sebenarnya itu depends sih. Jadi contohnya, misalkan lo suka banget sama ini orang, or how you like that person, or how it happened. It strikes you like Willie? Yeah, of course I did. He was one of my closest friends. Okay. Oh, jadi tadi mereka temenan berempat. But I don't deserve to be called his. Strelitzia. May I finally ask why you begged us to meet up? And maybe explain why Lilian wasn't invited? Sebenernya gue baru aja mau ngasih tau ke kalian. Sabar dong. Iya, kita udah sabar banget. Ini udah slice kue 3 yang lo makan. Ya oke. Gue langsung to the point aja ya. Sebenernya gue nggak tahu gimana cara ngomonginnya sih. Tapi lo pada notice gak sih kalau Lily tuh kayak off lately? kayak berbeda akhir-akhir ini. Hah? Maksudnya gimana? Probably that he's been ignoring his course like a champ. Dia akhir-akhir ini dia bolos kursusnya atau kelas. Iya sih, itu salah satu masalahnya. Tapi yang gue maksud tuh Lily kayak jaga jarak gitu loh. Corona kali gue rasa. And had I invited him to join us, I know he would have become annoying. He barely lives our apartment. How he barely even leaves his room. Did you haven't noticed that? Now that you mention it, William really has been isolating himself. It's not like him. But that's not a reason to slack off with housework. He's sad or something. Isn't he allowed to catch a break? Is that why you invited us here, telling us to cut William seems like? Oh, mereka satu dorm. Bukan satu dorm ya, satu part mungkin. That's right. You two kept nagging him, so I want you to leave him alone for a while. Not happening. I get your press all the time, but you don't see me decomposing in bed and letting others clean up after me. Strelitzia, we cannot just let him off the hook just like that. We all have certain course that we have to do. If William continues to laze around, we have to tell him off. And if that doesn't help, we will kick him out. Are you nuts? We cannot kick him out. He's our friend. But you want baby William so badly you can do that. But Nia and I won't put up with his behavior. Exactly. We cannot let this slide forever. It won't be forever. Lily's just in a slum right now. We've all been there before. Please just leave him be for a while. I'm giving him 1 week. After that, I'll kick his ass. Perhaps don't actually kick his ass, but I'll agree with the 1 week deadline. After that, he must start acting like an adult again. Alright then. Whatever it takes for you to show compassion for once. We can't all have a big brother complex like you. Aduh, oh ini kayak adiknya ya? Kayak saudaranya si William mungkin? Anyways, I'm sure he'll turn back to normal soon. Ya, jadi dia nggak pernah jadi William yang dulu, dan itu sebenarnya salah kita. Stratsy, Lee, and Leah made Lillian stop existing? Well, I think so, at least. Please elaborate. Ya, gue juga nggak paham sih, maksudnya gimana? We didn't see how deep Lily's suffering actually was. Kita sebenarnya nggak paham Lily tuh kenapa gitu kan, even though he was our friend, padahal dia teman kita. Leah and Lee would nag him while I would brush off his sadness like it was nothing. Like a temporary mood swing that would take care of itself. But considering that he's gone now, it must have been unbearable. He didn't like making other people worry about him. Always kept his problem to himself. And again, maybe his isolation was his way of screaming for help. What? Aduh, kok sedih ya game-nya. Takut gue lanjutinnya. What Stratsy said has little value. That's a bit rude. Blaming oneself or past mistakes serve no purpose unless one learns from them. And who programmed you to be an expert on philosophy? Not philosophy, just logic. Okay. Logic is a part of philosophy. But I guess you're right. Blaming myself and the others isn't productive. Good. And you guys should not and never blaming yourself to whatever the cause is. I should be using the energy on positive things, good? Like you, Viv. What? Yeah. Are you done with your task? Oleander places his toolkit on the desk. I wanted to check Viv's processing unit since it's louder than it's supposed to be. So, what's in the box? Your head if you make that reference one more time. Apa tuh itu reference apa ya? Kayak tahu tapi nggak tahu. Ya ada aneh. That is my equipment, naturally. You're no fun. Either way, I'm good for now. Feel free to play with Phil. I'm not going to play. He doesn't take this seriously at all, does he? Well then, let me check up on you, Viv. What would Leah like to confirm? Did Charlotte do anything? Quarterly like specificity necessary for meaningful response. Whoa, jawabannya berat ya, sis. Okay, so what kind of test did he run? Nothing. What? Certainly did not officially initiate any tests, so no results have been recorded. So, he was the one who's playing around. Tracy and Phil had an educational conversation. They taught you pop culture reference? No? So what did you learn then? Phil has yet sufficiently processed the information. It's an important strategy. He doesn't have the best of priorities, so that could mean anything. If it was just a conversation though, it should have been fully understood and categorized by now. Yeah, that's not good. What's training you so? Let me check your processing. With this before you got your personality indicated that there would be no issue, so this time you need to remain operational while I troubleshoot. Shall we monitor its usage statistics while you work? Yep. Leah picks up Phil and places it on the table. There we go. Articulation seems to be functioning properly. You feel balanced? More so when standing. Danger of falling from seated position is minimal. Excellent. Record gyroscope readings and initiate dexterity tasks. Unbutton your shirt. Cannot complete the task. Necessarily instruction not found in databank. This is as good a time as any test visual learning. Watch this. He unbuttons his lab coat to set an example. Skill stored. Proceeding to unbutton shirt. Warning. Torso circulatory exposed. Apa tuh torso circulatory? Disregards warning. Enter troubleshooting mode. Now let's take a look. Everything appears to be in its place. Then again, neither of them have the technical know-how to make any meaningful adjustment. You are programmed to be logical. If Lead Chorus has done his job, you should be more than capable of figuring that out. And actually, hold off on figuring that out. Let me remove your processing unit for inspection first. And temperature reading of interior theoretic. Apa nih ngerti? Gua gak ngerti. Aduh, bahasa orang pintar. Oke, pokoknya 340 Kelvin. Shit, bener yang gue paham. Decreasing functionality, base operation remain active. Feel lights dim and the whirring sound of its train system gradually quietens. Much better. Oke, mungkin suara yang kayak suara pesawat yang didapat putih kalau panas. Much better, it must be the auxiliary function using too much power. Leah pulls out a pair of insulted clothes from the box he pulled with him. After putting the clothes on, he flicks his fingers before attempting to remove the processing unit. Oh, berarti kayak gini gloves. Kan kayak apa sih? Gloves pada pakai latex gitu kan ya? Kayak ada suara-suara latex ya. Keren dah. Enggak, ini di imaginary gue doang. He succeeds this time. Thin wire severing it, so it resists hot into his chest. It doesn't look damaged, even though it's painful for humans to touch. I don't think we have to worry about it melting. It must be Liquor's messy programming. Or has your conversation with Charlotte been fully processed by now? Initial interpretation is now complete. How did he initiate the conversation? He did not. He asked a question and Cersei educated Phil on the subject. I see. What was the subject? Lillian. Aduh. Leah's grips on the processing unit tightened suddenly and sparks fly from the connection. He fumbled it slightly before carefully slotting it back into Phil's chest. Sorry, did it hurt? What does hurt into? Of course, that was a stupid question. I did not install any pain sensors. Naturally, you wouldn't be hurt. So, pain results hurt? That's the simplest way of putting it. Is there a more elucidating way to putting it? Well, yeah. You will have to ask Charlotte about that rather than me. He's the sensitive one. Although sometimes I get the feeling he's just pretending and doesn't actually know that much. Iya cok, ini kayak game-game orang pintar. Dari tadi pembahasannya. Leah's statement is difficult to comprehend. Please elaborate. Have you noticed that Charlotte and I behave differently? Okay, yeah. Good. Because unlike him, I take things seriously. That means I take pain seriously too. Charlotte's just brush off everything, like he's blind to other people's pain and suffering. Okay. Are pain and suffering connected? Yep, definitely. When you're in severe pain, you are suffering. But you don't always notice it. The suffering of others, I mean. Some people don't want others to suffer because of them, so they act stubborn and try to hide it. Is suffering contagious? Sometimes. Somewhat, I would say. Not like a disease, but seeing someone you care about suffering causes you to also be in pain. True. And I guess that's why he wouldn't show us or talk to us. Why is there liquid running down Leah's face? Leah brushed his fingers against his cheeks, staring at them with amusement when they come away. Bodily harm is not the only source of pain. When your mind is hurt, the pain is called sadness. Sometimes if the pain is so strong enough, tears come out of your eyes. But please don't tell the other side of that. Why does the body react if only the mind was hurt? Is there a logical reason? Feelings are not always logical, no matter how much one hopes they were. That's precisely what makes it hard for AI to understand. Hard does not mean impossible. It is Phil's duty to learn. Earlier, Strozzi did not produce tears when speaking about Lillian. Is Strozzi not affected by sadness from Lillian's departure? He is there. Aduh, gue salah pencet tuh. Kok gue gak bisa load? Gue save aja kali ya. Gimana nih? Oh, return deh. Stupid banget gue dari tadi. Yes. No, not everyone cries when they are sad or hurt, nor do people cry every time they feel that way. It is difficult without William around, and we dealt with the pain in our own ways. William was also hurt, but we did not realize how much until it was too late. Kayak William itu ya? Suicide. Did William cry? No, he never gave us an obvious cues like that. It annoyed me that he didn't communicate with us. I thought that if we were his friend, he should have been able to open up. That's why I thought showing some tough love would wake him up. Apa nih maksudnya tough love? Oh, nih kayak dulu. Good morning, William. Prepare to come out today? Get away from his door. Leave him alone. So now greeting him is considered harassment? When he obviously doesn't want to talk to us? Yeah. Yeah, I bet feeling lonely is going to be a huge help for him. That loneliness will make him realize he needs us. He will ask for our help when he's ready. That's as much of a gamble as my method, except it's a lot more cruel. Respecting people's boundaries is cruel. I will never understand you. Guys, it's too early for this club. You're both twisting each other's words. Shut up. Then, what's your brilliant solution to the problem? You won't get a new answer from me. I still think we should call someone and let the pros handle it. Great. And get the law involved. Really wants a break. Not no more stress. Then just tell his favorite professor or something. They will be legally required to contact the police. Kok police sih? Kok police? Nggak itu. Kira professional help maksudnya kayak psychologist gitu. Look, I know it's a hassle, but we're clearly not qualified to deal with this. We should let someone else take care of it before it's too late. Too late for what? And you're supposed to be psych major? Oh, and that means I understand everything any person has ever dealt with? Our friend asked us to leave him alone, so I will do exactly. He knows what's best for him. We're just running in circles. Both of you are cowards. Charlotte, you don't want to get involved. Licorice, you just want to push responsibility into someone else. But everything William needs is already here. His friend. Okay, dia benar. How deep? Unfortunately, none of us are professional therapists, so we may very well cause more harm than good. Besides, if he really need us, he wouldn't be pushing us away every single time. Do you find it's difficult to determine the core strategy? Tell me about it. Well, it's too late now anyway. But if not even a purely logical thing like you can figure it out, maybe there really was nothing we could have done. Fear is still saving energy. Perhaps we could solve the problem with more processing power? Not necessary. It's all in the past, so it wouldn't serve any purpose. Besides, I wouldn't want to find out I was in the wrong. That's the more selfish and more important aspect to me. Is selfishness bad? Sometimes, sort of yes. A small amount of selfishness can be healthy. But clearly, I've been too selfish in the past. I blame everyone and everything else for Leah's death. I just could not accept the possibility of my behavior being wrong. I did not even consider it. You cannot classify Leah, Stretsy, or Lee's behavior as wrong. Few suspects, there is no one to blame. No one to blame? Perhaps you're right. It would be nice if you were... Leah, what the hell is this thing? Why the hell is it naked? Huh? What? Ah, Phil is a robot. Robots can't be naked. Hey Phil, are you naked? Phil is currently in a state of undress and thus naked. See? Betrayed by my own creation. Okay, but naked or not, what were you doing? I wanted to figure out what those processing noise were about and fix the issue. Huh? How? By disabling some unnecessary features? You're trying to show off a little too hard, Lycoris. Now I'm such an ass. How dare I want us to get a good grade? I was just trying to offer constructive criticism. Yeah, then what's the condescending tone for? I'm sick of your constant nagging, you know. You're pleased a little angel or what? I will admit I get irritated easily, but you seem to be in a full mood regardless of what's going on. Nothing is ever right for you. Stop acting like you're the only one who's having a hard time. Jadi berantem. There. What's going on? Why are you yelling? Don't even get me started on you. Nih, datang-datang ngomelin nih di Koris. You only stepping in so you can seem like the good guy, but you'll talk shit behind our backs anyway. I don't think we should be swearing in front of you. It's a fucking robot. I made it. For all you know, I could have installed any imaginable swear into it. All of us know what you're really like. Your performative kindness is completely useless here. Okay, so I'm assuming Leo was minding his own business and you just started to drum out of nowhere. Pretty much. Doesn't that get old after a while? What's your problem, Lycoris? Why are you acting like this? Shut up. What's that sound? Jump? Construction work? Don't avoid my question. What construction? It's past midnight. We're the only ones here. Guys, where's View? Kok jadi horror? It was sitting on the table just a second ago. So Lee's swearing scared it off after all? Get over yourself. Suddenly strange droplets start to appear on the floor. Tiba-tiba ada droplets kayak titik-titik air. Some splatters even land on the guy's shoes and pants. Confused, the young man tried to figure out where they could be coming from. Once they look around the corner, both Phil's location and the metal noise origin finally become clear. Phil is standing next to the table and is repeatedly bashing its head. Kenapa kok dia bashing his head? Upon closer inspection, it seems to be purposefully lining up in its face and edge of the table. One of its artificial eyes was already beaten up to a pulp and blue liquid containing plums and plastic metal and... Kok jadi horror anjir? Kok dia belajar dari mana anjir? But that doesn't seem to bother Phil. It's busy making its other eye reach the same fate. As the mass in its head is getting stickier. Its movement gradually slowing down. Is it harder to move because it keeps getting stuck? Or is it losing power? It's difficult to tell. Why is it doing that? I did not program that in. It's not my fault. Don't just stand there. Do something about it. Charles pulls Phil away, firmly hugging it to prevent it from causing more damage to itself. But even though it has nothing to hit anymore, its head continuously doing the same motion. Okay. Leah tries to stop it with force, but the small robot seems to be more powerful than expected. Stop, there is no reason for you. Oh, dia pengen nangis. Tears. What? Licorice winches when two black holes filled with mushy blue residue glance up at him. Phil was taught that sadness caused humans to cry. So after Phil heard you are going for so long, Phil wanted to replicate tears. This who taught you that, Phil? I might have accidentally. What on earth did you do it? Leah cried in front of Phil. Yeah, I told you to keep that a secret. Phil isn't programmed to follow orders strictly, but to find ideal solutions. Failing them seemed to be the best source of action. Sounds fake, but okay. What are you implying? I'm implying you fucking fake it. Rub water on your face or something. Slow down with the conspiracy theories, will you? Theories, will you? You really think he'd do that on the off chance that he could use it against us somehow? What a classic. In the end, you two always team up against me. Kayaknya yang tengah nih, yang si Licorice tuh terlalu logical parah deh. Kayak logik garis keras. It's always been like that, isn't that right? Nih, yang digeser-geser aja. Hey, watch where you're going. I could have dropped my cake. Whatever, I gotta get out of here. What's wrong? Is the central heating thing weird again? Yeah, right. As if it isn't obvious. Don't tell me you had another fight with Lily. I told you to leave him alone. Your negativity is really the last thing he needs right now. I cannot just let him live like that. Have you been inside this room lately? It looks and smells horrible. Come on, Lee. You're just overreacting. You're not his mom. Maybe we should actually get his mother over here so he starts doing something for a change. Leah already tried to getting him to snap out of it, but he just kept repeating, "You don't understand me." And you really don't understand him. You're the professional might, no? We've had this conversation for a million times already, Lee, and we have decided against it. You and Leah decide against it. I don't get why you keep denying how serious this is. It's not normal. He needs help. You're so worked up. Get some fresh air and cool down. I'll go talk to Lily. At least you've given up on ignoring him. I wasn't ignoring him. He wanted to be left alone. Whatever, let's sleep at night. But go on, talk to Lily. Keep on hoping a miracle that won't happen. Negative aja sih, Licorice. Dealing with this is seriously exhausting. Maybe a walk will help me to get my mind off things. I guess Leah isn't back yet. Oh, and Stretchy left his cake in front of Lily's room. Hey, you okay in there? I wanna apologize for lashing out like that earlier. Gak jawab apa-apa lagi. Come on, don't stop now. I didn't mean everything I said. Jangan bilang lagi, Bunda. Huh? Stretchy left you cake? Why don't you try a bite? I'm gonna bring it in, okay? Lily, I gotta say you're being kind of childish right now. Just let me in. I promise I won't scold you anymore. Hey, are you okay in there? Will you please answer? Udah kok mulai sedih ya? I guess I have no other choice. Jadi dobrak. I'm sorry I had to come in like this, but you're not here? What the hell, is this a joke? The correspondence note on William's table. To my dear friends. I'm sorry that this is all I leave you with, but I cannot do this anymore. Please don't worry about me. I'm at much better place now. Lillian. What? So this was your solution? No, wait. Why would you? I will never forgive myself. Apa nih achievementnya redemption? I had it all wrong. It's obvious to me now. That fight Lilium and I had, it was clearly the last straw. Had I been more understanding, it wouldn't have ended like this. But I blame you guys instead of facing my mistake. You're not the only one. I think all of us are guilty of that. I'm sorry I won't mess up again. Phil is our new friend. This time we can make things right. You're right, we have an assignment to work. Dwelling on the past won't give us good grades. Lagi sedih masih tetap mikirin nilai. Oke, lanjut. Neither will those awful injuries. I cannot believe we let that happen. Good thing only the eyes were damaged. Considering that I have spare parts, this should only take a few minutes. That's so much better. How do you feel? Ini jatuhnya novel nggak sih? Oh, not so fast, Strelit. Strelit still hasn't done anything, so we have nothing to hand it. Pragmatic as always. But I guess you're not wrong. They are supposed to do, though, teach Phil about the power of friendship. I dare say that would be a scientific breakthrough. Hey View, do you know what friendship is? The definition is not in Phil's databank. Should Phil look it up online? Really? You were making a robot with your friends and you didn't bother to program? Never mind, positive vibes. Oh, aku pengen lanjut tapi boring ya. Tahan kali ya. Ntar kalau mood lagi, dicoba lagi deh. Ya. Boring banget.